General Electric is next. Now remember, this is one of the bluest of blue chips in the United States of America. It's an industrial holding company founded by Thomas Edison, the guy who invented the light bulb and the electric generating station. But its core assets are infrastructure businesses related to power generation, wind power, power stations, that kind of thing, turbines. Remember, it added to that by buying Alstom. And then it's got a substantial healthcare business, scanners, you know, like when you go for an MRI or a CAT scan. And there's still quite a lot of financial interests as well. Oh, and the aircraft engine business.
Yes.
When you look out of the window on a jet airliner, you're just as likely to see, you know, Pratt & Whitney, Rolls-Royce, or on the other side a GE logo on the old Boeing jet or the Airbus. Market capitalization, $280.4 billion. Also not a small fry. Price to earnings ratio, 22.93. Dividend yield of 2.94. Share price of around $30.
We have dividends.
Immelt,
we have dividends.
Solid dividend payer. Jeff Immelt, the CEO, has been there now for almost 10 years. Remember, he followed on from Neutron Jack before him, Jack Welch, who built the kind of modern conglomerate, but was accused afterwards of having put in too many financial assets, and this thing took a big dive during the financial crisis, 08-09.
It did, because it was credit that was not there.
It was kind of seen as like too much of a bank almost,
That's
and
true.
there was a lot of external financial services that they'd bought their way into, including like retail credit card exposure and mortgages all around the world and all that.
It's another mixed bag. But this time around, I think we have a better company in terms of structure. I think their core business continues to be at the heart of what the business actually does. And so it's easier to manage. It's easier to track them. They've just recently gone into a deal with Saudi Arabia, which they're going to be spending something close to about
power generation.
Power generation. I mean, that is desalination. Those are the things.
Wind power.
Those are the things that these guys get involved in, and you get excited when you see deals like that, and they always attempt to go to where most people would never even consider entering.
Billions and billions of dollars of contracts, often funded by their financial services arms.
Which
so
is
they
smart,
structure the finance.
Which is very, very smart. I mean, it's like lending to yourself. So what actually happened, even in Europe, though, Paul, you know, in Europe they're very strong. The business there is doing relatively well. I don't know how the British exposure is going to.
I wouldn't imagine that's too significant because the UK is fairly well serviced. But I mean, that aircraft engine business is just going to be huge because we know even like in China, they need another, I don't know how many thousand new aircraft because everybody wants to go on a trip now there.
Yeah, and besides that, if you are as technologically advanced as these guys have shown to have been, maybe you might think of what Elon Musk is talking about. Hovering or whatever it's called.
So Jeff Immelt, who is a Democrat and comes in for quite a lot of heckling on the Wall Street community because they're all Republicans. They think he's too close to Obama and that he needs to go, and that
the Clinton sent him emails as well.
I think so. He's like on the inner circle. He's like on their economic panel of advisors. So quite a lot of Wall Street types say, look, GE needs a new CEO and it needs to go into another round of refocusing, maybe spin off the healthcare devices business and, you know, tighten up a little bit, finally sell more off of the appliance-related business. I guess it could. But again, at $30 a share, it seems fairly averagely priced. It hasn't really been all that dynamic earnings-wise. It's taken the financial risk out of its business. Is it hot for you, though?
It's hot for me in terms of what I see going forward, and I'm excited to see the project that they're involved in. They're getting involved even in mining these days. You know?
In your mind, like that downturn in infrastructure cycles and spending and China and all of that is now basic, kind of there, and it's now time.
And it's going to go up.
Okay, so you're going to go hot on that one.
I am going to go hot. It's not because of my time.
We owned this thing, GE, for clients through the cycle and through the bust, and about a year or so ago we started jumping out of it into other things because we thought that process of reorganization had sort of taken its course. But I'm going to lean not hot, but I'm happy that this is a true,
I'm on my own then.
high quality.
It's all right.
Don't take it too bad.